What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network weekly recap where we break down the biggest news from the past week that you might have missed. Obviously we are not on camera today due to some equipment issues, but we are still breaking down all of the big stories this week, and man, there are some huge ones. From a Transformers franchise reboot potentially in the works, to a Zack Snyder cover-up at WB, and Black Panther cleaning up at the box office. In that first story though, yes, it looks like the Transformers franchise as we know it might be coming to an end, and very soon. This report first surfaced earlier today on Transformers World 2005, a Transformers dedicated site covering anything and everything in that franchise and really Hasbro in general. In one of the site's forums, a user unveiled some surprising changes that were announced earlier today at the Hasbro Investor Preview of the 2018 Toy Fair. During that presentation, Hasbro and Paramount revealed plans to reset the Transformers franchise after this year, more specifically after Bumblebee releases in December. After that, we're going to be waiting for another Transformers film for a long time, as the company released a film slate through 2021, including movies like G.I. Joe and Dungeons & Dragons, with Transformers nowhere to be found. We hope to have more information on this soon, but in the meantime, let me know what you want to see from the Transformers franchise in the comment section down below. In our next story, while Justice League hits home video on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital, we've got a new update on the behind-the-scenes troubles that ravaged the production last year. Specifically, a new report has surfaced that director Zack Snyder didn't actually leave the project voluntarily, and that instead he was fired. This comes to us by way of former entertainment reporter Josh L. Dickey, who decided to unearth some secrets since he's leaving the reporting industry behind after a career that spanned outlets from Mashable to The Wrap to Variety and more. Dickey claims that Snyder was actually fired in January or early February of 2017, and that's, if you're keeping track, months before the announcement was made that he was stepping down in May of 2017 in the aftermath of his daughter's tragic death by suicide. That report has been backed up by multiple people in and around the industry, most notably Matt Goldberg at Collider, who went even further than Dickey in his article. I also heard that Snyder's rough cut of Justice League was unwatchable, a word that jumped out at me because it's rare you hear two separate sources use the exact same adjective. Of course, even if that's true, there's obviously more to the story since rough cuts can be fixed up with reshoots, rewrites, etc. Of course, this begs the question, why did nobody say anything until now? Well, according to Polygon's rundown of the story, multiple sources have confirmed that the tragedy that Snyder did suffer contributed to why reporters were unwilling to come forward to speak about it, but either way, no one could, or maybe would, even confirm the reality of the situation at the time. And of course, it makes little difference now because the movie's already come out, but with all these calls recently to release the Snyder Cut and the direction of the DCEU as a whole kind of ever-evolving and shifting and unclear, it's still an interesting note, and it's worth noting that it could have a massive impact on Snyder's future in the company. In our third story of the week, Black Panther has hit theaters to massive crowds for opening night and incredibly positive reactions on social media. The film was soundly praised by critics and sits at a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, tied with The Incredibles for the best tomato meter score by a superhero movie ever. And, of course, in line with that, it's been pegged as a box office hit for months. Exactly how much money the film is going to make is unknown, but the rise in tracking has been almost literally meteoric. Initially, the film was set for a sizable but not spectacular debut in the $100 to $120 million range, but that's since shifted way upwards. As of a few days ago, those estimates had reached as high as $165 million, which would have topped Deadpool for the largest February opening ever. But now the movie's set to potentially reach even $200 million thanks to a massive $25 million Thursday night opening, doubling the February record also held by Deadpool. Personally, I loved the film. The theater I saw it in at 10 a.m. this morning was packed, and if you've seen it, let me know in the comment section down below and what your experience was, what you thought of it, and how much money you think the movie is going to end up making. Let me know what you thought of all of our stories today in the comment section down below, but that's going to do it for me here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. For even more content, check out our website at hybridnetworkyt.com or our gaming spinoff at HN Gaming on YouTube. And if you really love HN and want to take your support to the next level, consider donating to us on Patreon as we strive to bring you the best content possible. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.